Growing up, my life was a series of patched-up clothes and hand-me-down shoes. Dad worked long hours at his construction job just to make ends meet. Our tiny house creaked and groaned like it was about to collapse any minute. Meals were simple and repetitive: beans, rice, and more beans. I shared a bed with my parents because we couldn't afford a separate one for me. Once when I was 7, I had an accident in the middle of the night and wet the bed. As I woke up and I realized what had happened, I started to cry. But instead of getting frustrated, Dad just hugged me and wiped my tears away. "It's okay, Liz. Accidents happen. We'll clean it up and everything will be fine." Life was tough, but I always felt loved. When I turned 16, things became tougher as Dad got super sick and he needed heart surgery. He couldn't work anymore, and I got a job as a waitress to help Mom out. A few weeks later, I noticed this rich-looking guy around my age who would come into the restaurant daily, and I'd always catch him staring at me. I ignored it for the first few days, but then I'd had enough. "Hey, what's your problem?" "Whoopsie. You don't need to clean it." I wasn't going to clean it. "Oh, okay, yeah, I mean, you don't work for me. I mean, I'd be lucky if a pretty girl with those pretty eyes worked for me, but no, only old people work for me now. Not that I'm against old people, like, ageism is bad." "Just tell me why you're here and why you keep staring at me. Are you a pervert?" "Oh, no, I'm not. I'm here for a reason, but I'm not sure I can talk to you yet." And then he just left. That was so weird. He disappeared for a few weeks, and I thought that was the end of it. But then one day, he came back and said he was ready to talk. "Okay, my name is Steve, and I think you're my neighbor's granddaughter, the Richard family. Your dad was super wealthy, but he had problems with his family and was cut off. You're supposed to be super wealthy too. It hurts to see you struggling like this. So yeah, I just can't be quiet anymore." I obviously thought it was a prank, but then he showed me pictures that made me stop short. That was my dad in his younger years, looking happy with some people in front of a mansion. "There's more. Maybe we can talk after your shift?" "Look, I don't know who you are and what you're trying to do, but please, just leave me alone." And I left before he could say another word. But all this information was making my head spin, and I asked Mom about it that night. "Oh, Liz, it seems like our situation will never get better, so I think it's time to tell you. Your grandparents are super wealthy, but your dad thinks they're dishonest people, maybe even thieves. He tried to expose them once, but when they found out, they cut him off for good. Please, don't talk to him about any of this. I have their address. Just go there and try talking to them. Maybe their hearts will soften when they see you, and they'll help with Dad's surgery. It's worth a try." This was a lot to process, but Dad's health wasn't gonna get better, and we needed money. So after a week, I made a decision to go. We told Dad that I got accepted for a free college course and that I would be away for some weeks. The next day, I took a train to the state where my grandparents lived and went to the address Mom had given me. I nervously rang the bell, and a butler opened the door.
"Yes, may I help you?"
"Hi, I'm Liz. I think I'm related to the people who live here. I'm their granddaughter."
"That's impossible. Their granddaughter already lives here. She's been with us for months. You better leave before I call security."
The butler slammed the door in my face. I started walking away, feeling so confused. I'd just gone down the block when I bumped into Steve.
"Liz, what are you doing here?"
"What do you think I'm doing here?"
No, you can't be here. Come with me."
Steve took me to his mansion and sneaked me inside his bedroom.
"Quick, get in here."
"What's going on?"
"Who saw you at that house?"
"Just the butler. And he said the family's granddaughter already lives there. Do they have more grandchildren?"
"No, your father's their only son. That girl is an imposter your grandparents have hired to be you. Listen, I can't explain more right now. I just wish you told me you were coming so I could have planned better."
"Okay, nothing is making sense. And why are you hiding me?"
"No one should see you around here. And you need a place to stay, right? Just stay here. And please, trust me. By the way, your eyes are beautiful."
"Yeah, you told me before."
"Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I mean, you're welcome. I'll get you some food. Don't come out."
That night, I slept on Steve's bed and he slept on the couch, except I didn't sleep much. I had so many questions. Why would my grandparents hire an imposter and not contact me instead? In the morning, Steve suggested that I leave the mansion in disguise to avoid being recognized. He pulled out some baggy clothes and a boy's wig from his closet. "Are you serious? Who would recognize me around here anyway?"
"The butler might have told the Richard family that a girl with your description turned up yesterday, claiming to be their granddaughter. We need to be careful."
"There is no way I'm wearing that. Go buy me a girl's wig. It's your plan, so it's your responsibility."
Yeah, sure. I'll go get one right away."
He got me a blonde wig, glasses, and some dresses, and we sneaked out of the house to have breakfast at a cafe. Look, I need some answers now. Why would my grandparents hire a girl to pretend to be me?